See, they let me in the business thinking that maybe I was soft out there. You understand? But it was a misconception. So even as the pimp comedian, you have to understand the brilliance in the fact that he's told no pimp jokes. That he has no jokes about slapping the bitch. That conversation never takes place. They downplay me because they must. Because the guy that you're saying is crazy and maybe a crackhead has outworked you every second that he has been a peer of yours.
The movie Ganked, what was the atmosphere like working with Katt Williams and all those people that you starred with in Ganked?
Yes. So he was so great. Katt Williams was really awesome. He's so hilarious. Like, he was just so funny. And a lot of the times I couldn't even hold myself. I would just start laughing because he just made up his own lines, but I just went with it. Everybody just kind of went with it, and it was just awesome. He was great. He was really, really, really great. And one thing about Katt Williams is that he had adopted a lot of kids. I think he had like 7 or 9 kids that he had adopted, and so he was like really giving them like such great lives. And I've just been so proud of him. I think once again, it's like, it's just kind of sad. Like, there's just certain people that are just like, I'm just not going to do this. And they can only get to like a certain point. But I feel like you can overshadow that now, though, because I feel like, you can kind of overshadow that. But sometimes they owe a lot of people by the time they get up to the top, too. Like, they owe a lot of people favors, so then they're like, you can't even stop doing what you're doing because it's like, you got to pay.
Yeah, because Katt Williams definitely was started exposing the industry about those mansion parties.
Fuckers be gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. Is that 2 niggas kissing? Is one of them niggas Professor Ovi?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's when his career started to tumble down far as like industry wise, like far as getting roles.
Yeah,
like
he was.
Kat, movies.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Katt Williams. Yeah, he started coming out with it, and he started just talking his truth and his reality. And it was funny, but it wasn't funny at the same time. And they just made him look crazy, and he was doing some drugs and things. And
the misconception is that there are drugs that can help you do your job. No, there isn't. There aren't drugs that help you memorize, to be creative, to come up with something that somebody didn't already say, to figure out the funny thing in something tragic. Those are not the side effects of drugs. Those are the side effects of brilliance. And so if you think that there's some state you can be in that will deliver you a higher frame of comedy, there isn't. It's the closest connection with the people. I'm only the greatest comedian living because I have more female fans than any comedian on the globe, period. That's the end of the discussion.
Yo, Katt, so the girls love you.
Sir, I don't love anything but them. There is nothing on this planet other, ma'am, sir. A perm is a homage to them anyway. They know what that is. See, they let me in the business thinking that maybe I was soft out there. You understand? But it was a misconception. So even as the pimp comedian, you have to understand the brilliance in the fact that he's told no pimp jokes. That he has no jokes about slapping the bitch. That conversation never takes place. You understand? So they downplay me because they must. Because the guy that you're saying is crazy and maybe a crackhead has outworked you every second that he has been a peer of yours. You probably have 1 comedy special. He probably has 10. The greats you talk about probably have 2, and he has 10. This is 16 100 city tours. This is a billion streams. You see? So what I'm saying is, if you don't understand that you are powerless other than the power that God gives you, then you're going to be stuck out here pretending and playing and attempting to be things that you don't need to be. We are in a blessed craft, this one of comedy, but it is part and parcel with the people it is delivered to.
They made him look like, he was really not right in the head, and that had made him lose his credibility.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how you said it's funny, but not funny at the same time. Sort of like Nick Cannon in that goddamn dress in that cheerleading outfit.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it really was. It was the truth, though. You know what I'm saying?
It was
the truth. I mean,
Katt
Williams, man, whew, he said a lot. He said a lot.
Katt Williams has really been. He has been on one. He has been like about it. He is like. I'm sorry, I'm plugging in my phone cords. I don't want the phone to die. And he said a lot about it, and people have been listening to it, but it's just like, because once again the media is control of it. And I don't know if you've seen recently, there's a couple of people who I guess they believe it's not even a matter about belief, right? Because nobody really cares whether or not this happened, right? It's just who they're going to support, right? There's certain people that are going to support certain people because they don't care if this happened or not. Nobody really, it's really not that important in life, like of things to think about.
Yeah.
But for us and our community, this is always what's pushed, right? This narrative is always pushed. So this is the story that gets out, right? Like I don't know if you heard about the senator. Nobody would even know about the senator if she didn't go upside down on her head and shake her butt, with the G-string on. Nobody would even know who she was if she didn't do that. And so it's like, it's not the other way around. It's not that people that look like us are out doing crazy stuff. It's that they don't push anything but the crazy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, we know firsthand.
Yeah.
We talk about that all the time on this show.
Absolutely. People are asking me, they're like, well, why are you coming out with this now? I'm like, I've been coming out with this, but you just didn't know. You didn't know because I'm just talking about it regularly. And it wasn't anything that was, a narrative that you want to push. But as soon as I talk about, two successful comedians possibly having some sort of, gay tryst or something, because I said he was in and they were on the bed and they were in the bedroom, even though I didn't say anything, I didn't even take it there. But I can see, just because of what kind of environment we live in, how people took it there, and it just went so quick that, I had no choice but to do what? If I would have taken it off, then they would be like, oh, she was lying. So I had to keep it, because it actually really did happen. But it's like, it went so quickly. So, people are like, well, you came out of nowhere. It's like, no, I've been here, but that's not this is not the narrative. They don't, me being a mom, going through all these systems based, all these different systems failing the person with the kids who needs it. That story doesn't go anywhere. That gets nowhere.
Nick Cannon definitely didn't deny it, though. He definitely didn't deny it, that it didn't happen.
No, I mean, I don't even care if he never says he did it. I really just want the outfit back, or the money for it.